Hello, this is Over the Colonel Kalami with another video. Today's video is going to be talking about whether or not Dragonball Daima's canon is important. Now, I bring this up because I ran into Geekdom 101's video about him trying to explain, the canon of the series, and because Daima kind of pretty much fucked it up. Because at the end, Goku says, he was hiding the power and it had nothing to do with Nava's magic, and it kind of doesn't fit into Super, and I'm not too sure how they're going to fit it into Super. So there's a lot of confusion on what the hell's going on, and he was trying to explain it, and he's like, Akira Toriyama didn't say anything about canon or his predecessor. He didn't say anything about canon. So at the end of the day, doesn't really matter. It's just a cartoon show. So obviously, but I think it's important that we at least be coherent enough to follow. And it's not at any point in time. And I've seen a lot of people, a shit ton of people, excuse the just lazy writing, downright. And that's also arguing with the appeal to authority. Just because Akira Toriyama doesn't say there's a canon doesn't mean there isn't a canon. That's not how that works. Okay, just because the guy who created it never mentions it or has mentioned it or says this can not canon doesn't make it one way or another. That's not how that argument works. For one, let's get that out of the way. And two, I think it's important that this makes sense in some fashion. Like, it connects way more than it needs to be right now, because it really fucking almost doesn't connect at all. Like, I don't think Diamond connects it to Super at all. There's no fucking hint whatsoever that it's even linked to Super at all, or any of the other series for that matter. I think they really fucked it up, and they made Super Saiyan 4 canon, and there's a lot of fucking confusion where everything lies now, because he kind of just said, fuck it, bullshit, go. And now there's a mess of people where, like, throwing up the hands, like, what the heck is going on, and no one really fucking knows. And that's the result of this, just no one not giving a shit about, making a coherent, sorry, can't talk today, coherent storyline. I think it's very, very lazy not to even remotely try to connect these at, like, even at the most basic level. I'm not asking for a picture perfect lineup of plot and story that has to align perfectly, and it has to be like perfect, or it's no, I'm not expecting that. Like, of course there's going to be some things that are messed up because these series go on for, I think, far too long. They span 10, 20, 30 years, like a very long time. So I don't expect it to be, everything would be one for one. Of course there's going to be inconsistencies here and there. I think that's kind of expected for a series that goes this long. I don't expect perfection, but what I do expect is some kind of coherent storyline. It has gone off the fucking rails so much that people are making videos trying to excuse the shitty writing that's going on. There's no way of going around it. I love Akira Toriyama, don't get me wrong, but like, you can't just not criticize him just because he's no longer here. Okay, that's very sad, but like, you have to point this out, that it doesn't make sense, and it should make more sense than it does now, and that's very unfortunate. That's pretty much what I have to say about the whole thing. Thank you for listening, rate, comment, subscribe.